Healing relationship rifts in your sleep. Sometimes disagreements between two people cannot come to a mutual understanding and be resolved in the 3D plane. Either one or both are stuck in seeing the situation only through their lens and not being open to really listening or communicating with the other. This happens all the time with all types of relationships. Instead of leaving unresolved negative energies in a relationship to fester, there is something you can do without their conscious participation. I learned through painful soulmate breakups that the best thing you can do is communicate with them on a higher level. In other words, your higher self communicates with their higher self, expressing honestly how you feel, asking for harmony and peace in the relationship, blessing them and letting them go. It's powerful and effective. The reason it works is because there is a vibrational reality where part of us exists. If peace and harmony exist in that reality, then eventually it will filter down into the 3D reality we experience on the earth plane. Sometimes you get confirmation through a dream that all is resolved, like I did with a client. I had been working one-on-one with clients for 20 years and always have had great communication, mutual understanding, and respect for all my clients. I love my clients, and they're like family to me. I had a misunderstanding and miscommunication about payment for a session with a client. We were both upset with each other, and he let me go through a very unpleasant text. Instead of getting angry, I tried to stay in a place of understanding and peace. He was one of my favorite clients. He loved yoga so much he even turned his basement into a beautiful yoga studio. Yoga saved his dental practice. Those were the things I focused on, not the misunderstanding. He hadn't paid for the last canceled session, and I didn't want the money because I felt it would carry bad energy with it. But my wise friend told me I had to take it, otherwise there would be unbalanced karma between us. That resonated as true for me, so I texted him my address. I have very wise friends. In the interim, I had a dream. I was giving him a yoga session, and he was so happy and grateful for me. After the session, he wrote me a check with a big smile on his face and inscribed something on it. I didn't read it. I just took the check from him, folded it in half, put it in my purse, and said thank you. Then I left. It was our last session, and I was saying goodbye. I woke up feeling so good about that dream. It showed me that in another dimension, in another vibrational reality, that all was healed and forgiven. I received the actual check shortly after that. Karma balanced, harmony restored. I had done the work and it paid off. I often remind myself that I have to walk my talk. That is everything to me. Luckily, I have had a lot of practice with that. Ho'oponopono. Another wonderful spiritual tool is Ho'oponopono, an ancient Hawaiian healing practice that brings balance and harmony back to your innate wholeness. Ho'o means to make, and pono means right, so Ho'oponopono translates to make rightly right. While the traditional method involves many different steps and processes, the modern version has been simplified down to just 4 steps. These steps involve meditating, reflecting, and chanting of 4 simple mantras. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Ho'oponopono first gained attention when Dr. Hugh Len used the method to cure criminally insane patients without confronting them or talking to them once. Instead, he focused his attention on each patient while reciting the mantras. Remarkably, the patients began to be cured, and his work became famous all over the world. In fact, his cure rate was so high that the particular ward of the Hawaii State Hospital ended up closing down. According to Dr. Hugh Len, he healed these patients by working on himself. He asked himself, what is going on in me that I am creating this experience? And then used the mantras to clear and release the shared data or karma he had with these patients. The nice thing about this practice is that you don't have to know exactly what the karma or shared data is for it to be cleared. We are all one, and we are all responsible for the world we are creating. Most of us are doing it unconsciously, but we are still doing it. Consensus reality is a term that refers to the collective reality. Collectively, we create the world that we live in, and we draw experiences into our lives that help us grow and mirror what we need to learn. By taking responsibility for everything that comes our way and clearing it through forgiveness and love, we can clear the data that is playing out in our subconscious and change how we experience or perceive other people and the world around us. As Dr. Len states, if I see you as being crazy, it is only my experience of you. So if I clear that, I can no longer see you as that. By forgiving and loving himself and these patients, he was able to bring healing to them and himself. I love this perspective. When I'm doing healings with someone, I visualize them as already healed. I don't see the injury or the trauma. I see them as light, whole, and perfect. That is how Jesus healed the lepers. He was not afraid of them. He saw them in their true godly state of health and well-being. If you can hold that vision and believe it, miracles happen. The beauty of Ho'oponopono is that the other person doesn't need to be involved. You are clearing the air energetically. You can simply do it on your own, and receive all the healing benefits. This is what I've been practicing with my Hawaiian beloved. I also used this tool when I was living with my unbalanced landlord. It helps so much. Ho'oponopono is a fantastic healing tool for clearing karmic ties, past life issues with another person, healing relationships, finding peace with a loved one who has passed, mending family connections, clearing energy with anyone. So here's how to practice. First, think about the person and the relationship that needs healing. Visualize them in your mind, but know that when you are doing this work, it is truly about you. The other person is just a mirror to access the part of you that needs to be healed. 1. I am sorry. Apologize to the person for anything and everything. This step is about taking responsibility for your involvement energy that contributed to the situation. You may not have caused the situation, but you are responsible for the situation now that it is in your life. By saying you are sorry, you start to clear away the karmic or energetic patterns or ties that may have brought the situation into your life. 2. Please forgive me. Now that you have apologized, ask for forgiveness. This is about forgiving yourself, so you can clear the energy between you and the other person or the situation. Allow yourself to feel that forgiveness has been granted to you, no matter what you have done. 3. Thank you. Thank the person not just for forgiving you, but for everything. Thank them for the contribution they made to your life and the lessons they've taught you. Thank them for being a part of your life. Thank them for revealing that part of you and for giving you this opportunity to heal this energy. Thank yourself too for taking this step and allowing yourself to be healed. 4. I love you. This step is about honoring their soul, the deeper part of them that is just like you. Depending on your relationship with this person, this step may be the hardest, but try your best to open your heart and find a way to genuinely send love to this person. Say the words, I love you. Loving a person doesn't mean you have to like them or agree with them. It's a form of agape love, which is the highest non-personal, unconditional love or charity for all. As you recite the mantras, you are healing yourself, even though you are directing the energy toward the other person. Oneness is real. You can also do this practice toward yourself. You can direct it to the inner wounded child or any age that you need repairing from trauma. It will help you heal and return the fragments of your inner being back to wholeness. And the last tool that I love is sacred dance. It's easy to get caught up in a circumstance. It's even easier to break out in a dance. Everything is energy. Sometimes it builds up in the body, an auric field, and we just need to release it and shake it loose. I find putting on a happy playlist and dancing freely, losing myself in the moment and in the music is like a healing balm for my body, mind, and soul. When I dance, it's an offering, a prayer, and dedication to God, Gaia, to my ancestors, to all. I get the God bumps all over my body, and that's when I know I'm back. The anxiety leaves, and I'm back to my peaceful, centered self. It only takes but a minute. When you're in your mind and in the doubt, dance it out. When you're in a rut and you're really stuck, dance it out. When you've lost your groove and your booty won't move, dance it out. If you absolutely don't want to dance, get up and do jumping jacks, go for a run or walk. As long as you do something to move your body while breathing deeply, you will release energy buildup.